Hi class, let's take a look at problem 3. And we're going to graph these two equations, but notice the following pattern on equation number 2. So let me actually pinpoint at this one. And you technically have 2y, which is equal to the values of 6x minus 4. And if you were to divide this equation by 2, so if you were to divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, we would end up with, well, just the values of y. So in this case, just y is equal to the values of 3x minus 2, which happens to be equation 1. So in this case, equation 1 and equation 2 are the same. So if we were to graph it, your y-intercept, so our y-intercept would be 0, 2 with a slope of 3. So let me put those points so we can graph them. So 0, 2, and then slope of 3 is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 1 point to the right. So let me graph these two. And technically in this case it's just 1. Give me just a second. It's not letting me insert the line. Okay, there we go. So our equation, or in this case, the set of equations, are going to be going through the same coordinate points, or all coordinate points are going to be the same. So in this case, we're in a situation of an infinite amount of solutions. So as we're trying to find one point of intersection, they happen to intersect everywhere because your equation number 1, in this case, this is equation number 1, it's equivalent to equation number 2. So we would simply say on this one, well, that is the graph, and we would simply say infinite amount of solutions. If they're asking for this set, it's going to be the set of x and y, such as the following form. So since every coordinate point on both lines, it's going to be a solution. One way to write this is going to be, well, x is comma, and then your y's are always going to be of the form of 3x minus 2. And then technically x and y are real numbers, which means any number on the number, any coordinate point on the number line that satisfied that condition. Some of these problems, they're just going to have a portion for you to select that this is the infinite amount of solutions. Sorry, you guys, the word and the recorder are not in agreement. There we go. So for this problem, we happen to have an infinite amount of solutions, since technically both of the lines happen to be the same. If it's asking for a set, they may want you to fill out a box with that information. Most of them just have a clicker for infinite amount of solutions, or no solution if it doesn't have an intersection. Let's take a look at the next problem, which is problem 4. Let me adjust that portion. And I'm just going to say that this is equation 1 and this will be equation 2. So since we're going to be graphing these, it's probably best if we solve both equations for y. So let me just say solve for y. It'll be easier to plot them. So on equation 1, we technically have negative 2x plus y is equal to 2. So one step to actually solve for y would be by adding the 2x. So we're going to end up with your y value, which is equal to 2x plus 2. That's our first equation. And let me just label it as equation 1, solve for the y's. Let's actually look at equation 2. And this one has a 4x minus 2y is equal to negative 10. So we're going to be subtracting the 4x's. So negative 2y is equal to negative 4x minus 10. And then we're going to divide by negative 2. And this is going to give us a single y value of 2x plus 5. So this will be equation 2. And notice one aspect of these two equations. They're parallel. And you can tell they're parallel because of the value of the slope and technically different y-intercepts. So let me provide the sketch of these. And for the first one, it's going to have a y-intercept of 2 and a slope of 2. So actually, let me put the dots. So y-intercept of 2, let me move the line. And slope of 2, 1, 2, and 1. Okay, so our line, it's gonna go through those coordinate points. Let me try to fix it. Okay, there we go. That is approximately the first line. And let me just make it thicker so we can see it. And let me copy this one because it's going to have the same angle as the second line. But your second line, it's going to pass through 5. So that's going to be the approximately the second line. We're assuming that we have parallel lines. So in this scenario, since they want us to find the solution by graphing, we would have just said no solution. And let me just say parallel lines. This is a no solution. If it wants a set, in this case, it'll simply be the empty set. The empty set means that there's no coordinate point. And I think I accidentally moved the line. Let me put it back back to where it was. It was supposed to be at 5. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to fit the whole problem into one page. Okay, there we go. So at this point, we can conclude that problem 4, it happens to be a no solution. We end up with parallel lines. And then if we go back to problem 3, so problem 3 was the case of they're giving us two equations that appear to be different, but they're the same. So infinite amount of solutions. That's actually it for these two problems.